Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be drawing some squishmallows. If you're not aware what squishmallows are, they are basically these cute stuffed animal plushies, and they are made with this really soft marshmallow-like material, and they're just super duper squishy. I started collecting them this month and I kind of got a little bit obsessed, and I already have 19. These here are a few of the ones that I have, and I just think that they are so cute. And something else I love about them is that they all have names, and they also have little personalities, like the little bio here on the tag. They come in little squads and are collectible, and I just think that is so cute. So what art supplies are we using today? Well, I'm going to be drawing in my sketchbook here. This is the sketchbook that I got from Baylee Jae. I'm going to be drawing with my paint pens here. As you can see, I have some Posca pens as well as some Artistro. And I'm also going to be using these acrylic inks. Now, I want to use these for a background because I think that that's going to turn out really cool. Kind of like a watercolory kind of background. Here is my inspiration, and these guys here are really cute, and they're going to be accompanying me while I paint from a safe distance away, of course. I wouldn't want to get any paint on them. So without further ado, let's dive into making some art. Now I want to make a sketchbook spread here so I can fit as many squishmallows as I can on the page. So we've got a double page here, and I'm just taping the edges so that I can get a really nice border, especially since I'm using those inks. I really want to make a sort of watercolory pattern with like pinks and blues and purples, and just make it really colorful and nice. And I think it's going to suit the art style, or even just like the style of the squishmallows themselves. So it's gonna look really cool. Now the reason I decided to go with ink over watercolor is because I wanted to make sure that whatever I paint down is going to be completely waterproof when dry. These Liquitex inks here are actually waterproof when dry, unlike watercolor paint. So I won't have any risk of the background colors sort of mixing with the paints that I use over the top. And that way it'll end up the most vibrant as I can get it, and still have a really nice sort of blended wet on wet pattern watercolor background. So I started off with just wetting the page with some water so that the paints would spread really nicely, and then I just sort of splattered down paint in just different directions, and I sort of did a little speckly like pattern that I think will look really cool. And then I decided I wanted a little bit more dimension, so I added some more sort of purpley pinks towards the middle here in a diagonal position, and then I added some blue to the corner so that it, you know, had a bit more contrast and you know, a bit of variance where some areas are more blue and some areas are more pink, and I think that that worked pretty well. As it dries, it does go a little bit more subtle than when it's wet, so I just keep doing it in layers and layers until I get a really nice detailed background that I think will accentuate these little characters pretty good. Now to begin, I'm going to try and work from top to bottom because I wouldn't want to accidentally put my palm in the paint anywhere, and I'm just going straight in with my Posca paint pens here. As you can see, I have a light sort of ivory colored one, and sometimes with these paint pens you end up getting a bit of ink that comes out too much. So when that happens, I just use a paintbrush to sort of wipe that off, and maybe I'll use that paint in another one somewhere else. Now I'm not going to be painting these one by one because these paints do take a little bit to dry sometimes, and you can't really paint over the top when they're like still wet because you get some funky things happening. So just to make things a little bit quicker, because this is going to take me quite a very long time, I'm just going to do it in stages. So as you can see, I've got some random shapes on the top here. I'm just going back and forth and just, you know, visiting each one here and there to add in details when that layer is dry. And then while I wait for that to dry, I move on to another one and add more details and layers onto that. And I think that that's turning out pretty well for me. As you can see here, we have this cute little elephant with rainbow patterns on its ears and on its belly. I just think that that's adorable. We also have this squirrel here, which is pink and blue, and I actually have her. Her name is Serene, and she's super duper cute. And we have a little bear and also a cow with blue patterns and flowers on the top of her head. Well, they're going to be on top of her head. I'm drawing them right now, but you probably saw her earlier in the video. I also have that one as well. I'm also drawing little Archie, the little pink axolotl that you can see that is starting to form. I also have this little guy as well, but a different version of him, because he has a couple of different versions where he's more of like a soft pink with a rainbow, and then like a more like warmer, brighter pink with white. I'm actually drawing the brighter pink version. But yeah, as you can tell, I didn't really have any sort of sketch laid down or anything. I sort of just went straight in with the paint pens. I actually really like this method because these paint pens are very, very, very opaque. So I didn't want to like have to worry about a sketch that was going to pretty much be covered up when I first do the first layer. So instead of wasting time, I just sort of went in with the shapes of the squishmallows first, and then after that dried, I would put details over the top. And if I made any mistakes, it's not a problem at all because of how opaque these pens are. I just sort of wait till that dries and then just paint over the top, and you're not really limited with how many layers you can add here because it dries quite thin and is very, very opaque. So that's very helpful. So now most of the characters, as you can see at the top, are pretty close to done. I'm moving on and I am adding some more shapes underneath. In this little group, I'm going to be painting a mallard duck one, also a black cheetah and a green dinosaur, and also one of my favorites, which I ordered from America and spent a little bit of money on this one. It's a little red dragon named Baden, and he is holding a little boba tea. I just thought that that was super, super cute. And you guys know how much I love my dragons, so I definitely needed this little dragon sipping on boba squishmallow. I just think that that is amazing. So I can't wait till that little guy arrives, and he will be my 20th squishmallow, and I can definitely see this becoming an obsession. I'm gonna have to like figure out a way to display all of these little guys, but I just think that they are so cute. Thankfully, my partner Jesse is very supportive of this because he knows that they make me happy, and anything that makes me happy makes him happy, so that's good. So as you can see now, I'm drawing the little dragon, and I'm adding in some gold details with a gold metallic paint pen because he does have some little gold details on him, and I just think it's super cute. I'm also working on this butterfly here, as well as a little pink octopus, and I think the octopus ones are so cute because they have these little stubby little legs, which are their tentacles, and I just think that it's really cool how they all have different colors on the tentacles as well. It's pretty simple, but you know, a really nice design. Now I want to try and add a little bit more variance with the size of these guys, because the stuffed animal squishmallows you can actually get in a whole range of different sizes, and most of the ones I have are small, but I have a few which are a medium size and one that is a little bit big. So I am going to be adding different sizes here. As you can see, the little dragon is tiny, and then we have what is going to be a sort of teal cat, and it is a lot larger, as you can see. And then we have some little yellow shapes here, another little dragon in the other corner, as well as a small bird. And then now I am drawing a moose one. I actually have this moose. His name is Maurice, and I just think that his design is super cute. So the Maurice one was actually given to me by my friend Eden, and which I just think was super, super nice of her. So Eden, if you are watching, thank you so much. So have you guys heard of Squishmallows? Because it's starting to become quite popular. I feel like I'm a little bit late to the party, but if you guys have heard of it and if you're into them, definitely comment below and let me know. Also, which ones are your favorites, and definitely tell me if I have drawn any of your favorites, because I just think that that would be awesome. I'm not sure why I like them so much. I guess I'm just a big sucker for cute creatures and cute colorful creatures that you can collect. This is quite the same kind of thing like Pokemon, as well as Animal Crossing, and I guess I'm a big sucker for those kinds of things because I just love the little designs and just the little personalities that they all have as well. I just really love that kind of thing. I also really love how inclusive a lot of the personalities of the Squishmallows are, because if you actually read the bios, some of them, like the Archie one, says that he talks with his hands and he teaches his friends how to sign. So I figured he is probably deaf, and I just think that that is so cool that they are including that in like these little characters, because especially for like young people who maybe are going through the same thing, that they might find a connection with that character, and I just think that that's so cool. There's another one that I can't remember its name, but you can tell by the description she has ADHD, and I just think that is so sweet because I also have ADHD, and yeah, I just love that they are sort of like adding that representation in there. I just think that that's super cool of the company to do that. And there's just so many different types of them as well. As you can see, there's a crab, there's a bee, there's many different cats with different like patterns and different facial features, and there's also like cats that are also unicorns, which I just think is so cool. And there's dinosaurs, there's dragons, there's octopuses or octopi, octopodes, I don't know what the plural of that is. There's a kangaroo. There's just so many different animals, and even some like unicorns, which I just think are amazing. So now that we're almost done here, I'm noticing that the background is actually complementing these characters really well. I think it really helps to bring out the colors and just their little personalities as well. So anyways, here is the final results, and honestly, I love this sketchbook spread. I think it's super cute. This actually took me quite a long time. I had 6 hours of footage and I didn't even film like the whole time, and a lot of it was like painting a little bit and then waiting for it to dry and then painting more. So this took me quite a long time to actually complete, but I am so happy that I did because it just turned out so sweet and cute, and it's probably one of my favorite sketchbook pages or spreads in this book. So my favorite ones that I have drawn here would have to be the little bee, as well as Baden the boba dragon, and I really love the little duck. I just think that he's so cute. The aqua colored cat with the rainbow details on her, I just think is really, really cute, as well as the purple cow and the strawberry, and I have to say the little orange cheetah in the top left hand page. But I love all of them, and I hope you guys loved watching me paint them. So anyways, comment below if you like Squishmallows, or if you have no idea what they are, you just watch my video anyway because you like me. Honestly, when people say that, it just warms my heart so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that like and subscribe, and make sure you're all being safe out there and having a good day, and I shall see you in my next video, hopefully. Bye everyone.